Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday wherever you're at. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, please like the page. If you're watching it on my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps out. Let's see what the cards have in store for us today. All right. So just looking at the overview of the cards, I don't see any conflicts between any of the cards, which is good. So we'll start off with the Five of Wands. Now, when I say I don't see any conflict, I don't see any conflict like between this card and this card, or this card and this card, or anything like that. This card in and of itself, however, does show some conflicts. All fives usually show some type of conflict, obstacle, or maybe a learning opportunity. So in this instance, we're talking about wands, which are your desires, in the sense of like a desire to create, rather than like a lustful desire. It's just that inspiration, or the focus of your will to do something. So what you have here is your will being in conflict with the will of other people. Or possibly you're maybe divided amongst yourself. You may have a desire to do one thing and a desire to do something else, and these desires are in conflict. What this is showing is those conflict of desires, and different desires, different aspects of your will, or possibly the will of others if you're working with others, conflicting and going in different ways. So that may be something that's going on today. You can see it's down here at the bottom. You can see it is Saturn in Leo, which means that fiery energy is restricted. And the fire energy represents can represent spiritual energy, but it also represents your focused will and your focused desires. So maybe you're feeling repressed about that. There's something that's holding you back from your desires, or there's something inside of you that's keeping you from expressing your desires. Moving forward, though, we have Judgment. Now, Judgment is one of the major arcana. It's a card that's evolved around spirit and spiritual matters and universal energies, things like that. So what this is telling us is that we need to practice some forgiveness, maybe of ourselves, maybe of others, learn from our mistakes, and listen to that inner voice, listen to that inner direction that's calling to you, and allow it to guide you in what you're doing. And once you do that, we move on to the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is someone who has really internalized a matured thought. Or maybe you've taken your thoughts and you've organized them and you've developed them to a point where you're focused on what it is that you're doing. You know what it is that you're doing, and you have developed your thoughts in such a way that they're organized, they're ready to be acted on. She hasn't acted on her thoughts yet. So maybe you need to get your thoughts as you go through this process of practicing forgiveness and learning and listening to that higher self and letting it guide you. It's going to organize and help you direct your thoughts and help you focus them and mature them, in the sense that being matured means being developed and fully formed. So it's not just a wild, spur of the moment thought that you have about things, but it's this focused thought, focused on your desires, which you have now organized through the help of your internal listening to your internal voice and your internal spirit, and following that spirit to help guide you into this time of reorganization and refocus so that you can move forward. The next card after this would be the King. So that would be acting upon those thoughts, but you have to get it internalized first and really make it a part of you so that as you move forward with it, it manifests in the correct way and with your correct desires and the correct focus of your will. So as you're going through today, the big lesson, and major arcanas are always big important things to pay attention to, is learn from your mistakes. Don't hold your mistakes, or maybe you're holding this against yourself, saying that you're confused and you're focused on too many things, and or you're allowing other people to conflict with you or whatever. Don't hold that against yourself, and don't hold it against them. Holding it against someone doesn't do any good whatsoever. Just learn from your mistakes, follow your inner guidance, practice forgiveness for yourself and others, and you'll move into this point where you're better focused mentally, you're able to direct things, and you're able to establish a sense of authority so that you can move forward with the next step, which would be acting on that. So I hope you enjoyed our reading for today. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like and subscribe, or like my page. If you're watching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe. You can also follow my blog. The links for all of my social media are in the About page on Facebook and in the description below on YouTube. You can, if you'd like to book a reading, they start off at $5. You can contact me through Facebook, through YouTube, through my email address at lodgemagician@gmail.com. You can also book through my business page on Facebook and through my website, which again is in the description below. Thank you and have a wonderful day.